Hey, hi everyone. Hi everyone. Let me know if you can hear me. Hi everyone. Let me know if you can hear me. Hi everyone. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, that's a yes. Okay. Hi everyone. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why my screen is not showing the correct page. Let me try. I think the screen is stuck. Hi, hi. Hi, Chris. I don't know why the screen is stuck, but give me a moment. Because on my page it's showing a different screen. Give me a moment to figure it out and then I will come back to you guys in a minute. Hi guys, can you see me now? Okay, you can see me, but the screen is dark. Give me a moment. I'm not sure what is going on. Hi Chris, thank you so much. Yes, I'm just trying to share my background. Oh, okay. Can you see my background now? Okay. Hi everyone. I'm There's a bit of technical error going on. I think my video is supposed to appear at the bottom right, but it's not appearing. So anyway, it's okay. You don't need to see me. More importantly, you can see the screen. Okay, let me just do the introduction and I'll figure out the camera in a while. So for today, today's session is live trading by IC markets. Okay, I'm going on the next page. I hope you guys can see my slides. I hope everything is working fine. Okay, before I start anything, right, I just need to go through the disclaimer. So, as you guys know, I'm sure a lot of you have been here. This may not be your first time. So, this is more for those who are new here. Just want to remind you guys that whatever that is shared on these webinars, hi trading mask. Go BTC US 100. Okay, we will get into that in a while. Let me go through the disclaimer first. Okay, so just a little reminder that whatever we share here on these webinars should not be construed as trading advice, investment advice, or any form of financial advice. Okay, these webinars are provided by IC Markets purely for educational purposes. Oh, hi Chris. Yes. So yeah, you've been around, you've been with IC for a long time, I see. Yeah, so just a risk warning. I know you guys can read, but I'm just going to read it to you anyways. Trading Forex and CFDs carries a high risk level of risk to your capital, and you should only trade with money you can afford to lose. Trading Forex and CFDs may not be suitable for all investors. So just a reminder, please be very cautious. If you are trading, please take this as educational only. Please do not go all in. This is not gambling. This is trading. Trading is everything is calculated risk, okay? You don't go in blindly. So introducing your host. I see Chris knows me, but I don't know if the rest of you know me. I'm Cassandra. I'm from Everest Fortune Group. I'm an investment analyst here. So Everest Fortune Group is an award-winning research firm. Everyone in this firm specialize in forex, trading, research, and financial education, basically. So Everest Fortune Group is the finalist for the forex research and equity research for the years that you can see on the screen. So 2019, 2020, 2021, and well, the last, yeah, basically those. We also do a lot of like crypto here, a lot of forex, a lot of crypto and indexes. So if you guys have any requests, I see Trading Must has already requested. We can look at those in a while. So our agenda for today is to head to the charts, highlight key levels, and look for possible trade. But again, please be reminded, although we are looking for key levels and possible trades, these are trades that I myself are looking at, okay? But please take it as educational. Please don't follow me blindly. Please take this as educational. Okay, so yeah, you guys already we went through the disclaimer already. So thank you from IC Markets. After we're done with the live session, or if you guys want, throughout the entire webinar, you guys can keep asking questions. Otherwise, I'm gonna head over to the charts. Okay, just give me a moment. Oh, yes, I should totally work on my camera. I don't know if you guys even want to see me. Uh, oh, okay, so my camera is behind this screen. How do I bring it forward? Let's see. And group profile color. You see, if I move this, you guys can see me, right? I need to bring this forward. Just give me a moment. Or you know what? Let's just stick to the topic for now, and then I'll figure out the camera part as I go. Full screen projector. Oh, do you guys see me now? Okay, you guys should see me now, right? I'm gonna make myself tinier so that the screen is bigger. And I'm gonna make this screen bigger. Okay, I'm so sorry for the technical issues that we're having today. As you guys know, well, Chris has mentioned, I have been away for a long time. I have been away for a long time, so I'm getting used to all this tech stuff again. But yes, thank you for bearing with me. Okay, let's do gold, XAU USD. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I am a avid crypto trader. So if anyone has, I see there's a BTC request. Yeah, we can look at BTC later. I'm more of a Ethereum trader, but yes, we can look at BTC later. Give me a sec. This chart is too much for me. Let me change everything. Actually, let me not change everything in case someone gets upset that I change their settings. Give me like 1 minute to pull out a clearer chart for you guys. I think this is a little bit messy. Sorry, guys. Because of the technical delays, we can do a longer webinar today. Give me 1 minute. Log into my own profile. Oh, anyways, how have you guys been? Who here have attended my webinar before? And how many of you are like seeing me for the first time? Let's get to know each other while I figure out my charts. Okay, I found a clearer chart, so we're gonna use this one instead of that one. That one is too dark and messy. I don't know it will be clear for you guys. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Give me a moment, guys. So sorry for all technical delays. I am I will make up for the lost time by extending the webinar. But just give me a bit of time to figure to get this in line. Okay, I have to redo this, sorry. We're doing XAU. Oh yeah, I do want to do that. It's just that I'm afraid the next person might get upset that I'm changing their theme. So I'm just gonna use a new profile instead. I think that's easier for everyone. Okay, I think we're good now. Okay, let's start with some key levels. Let's look at Go. Before I start, right, I just want to find out for the guys, like for you guys who are attending for today, can you guys let me know in the chat if you guys are swing traders? I mean, the entire consensus for Go right now should be bullish, right? But let's just look at the chart again. So I just need to know if you guys are swing traders, day traders, or scalpers, or what kind of traders you guys are, because your answer will determine what time frames I can look at. Oh, let me know in the comments so that I know I'm a day trader. Okay, since I've only got one response, let's just follow Chris's time frame. Okay, so for day trading, right, you can go into 4 hours or 1 hour. It depends on like how frequently you want to look at the charts. But basically, I think 4 hours is good enough. 4 hours, your trade should last somewhere between 24 hours to 48 hours. Okay, so let's just look at we're gonna chart on the 4 hours, but we're gonna go to the bigger time frames to see what the general consensus are so that we kind of know what the direction is. So whenever you are trading, right, you first need to know where the market is going, whether it's going up or down. Because if you solve that, right, you answer that question, it will be so easy for you to kind of um know if you're going in for a buy or sell. Because let's say if it's bullish, right, you do want to get in with a buy, and if it's bearish, you do want to get in with a sell. That being said, that's not all the time, right? Because the market moves, is always pulling back and whatnot. But this is my personal trading style. Okay, so whatever I'm sharing with you guys today is my own personal trading style. My style of trading is to follow the market direction. Okay, so if the market is bullish, I will not get in on a sell. If the market is bearish, I will not get in on a buy. I like to follow the trend because following the trend, in my opinion, is lower risk. Okay, so I think we can all agree that the consensus for gold on the long term is very, very bullish. But I mean, you can see on the 4 hours, it's starting to look a bit bearish already. Okay, let's see what the day chart is showing. Yes, very, 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 very bullish. Okay, but that's just gold, right? Gold has always been bullish. Okay. Um, this this bearishness here could just be a pullback. So let's just see what's happening on the 4 hours. Okay, because we have now this like concluded that the market is bullish, we would want to look for a buy. Okay, that's again my own personal trading. Every trader trades differently. This is just how I trade. I like to follow the market trend. Okay, the current trend for that current pair. Okay, so because it is bullish, let's look for a entry for a buy. Before we do that, let's yep. So it was a downtrend for a bit. There was a like a little pullback, I would say. Okay, there's a little pullback happening and then it broke. So that means that we can get ready for a buying soon. Sorry. I don't want to say we because I don't want you guys to follow me blindly, but yes, I can get ready for a buy soon. Follow. Please do not follow blindly. Please do your own analysis. I am only sharing my own. Oh my goodness. It's asking me to log in. Okay, I'm sorry guys. Just give me a sec because I didn't use IC Markets trading view because I don't want to change their settings. So I'm using my own trading view. So let me log into my own trading view. Once we get this settled, I think charting will be very quick. Okay, so it's 5:51 now. Let's aim to go through like 3 pairs, maybe. or 4, if we can fit that in. Okay, I've logged in. Let's go. Always start with a trend line so that you know where the market is going. So it was bearish, as in there was a pullback and then the trend has broken, meaning that it's a possible uptrend now. Okay, so we've got that out of the way. Let's do horizontal. Let's highlight some support and resistance. Okay, there's one here, one here. Actually, sorry, let's start with the day chart. There's nothing much to work with, to be honest, because price is just going up. So I might need to go down to the even lower time frame. Okay. It's important to chart your levels because you need to know where your stop loss, take profit, and your entry is. Okay, so this blue line will most likely be my entry if I'm getting in on a buy. Okay, but we need to first see if the market is like good enough for a buy because it looks like there's a pullback. Okay, so red means stop loss, okay, and then blue means entry. I'm trying to look for an entry, and then green means take profit. So ideally, I want to get in somewhere. So a trade, right? Every time you look at a chart, it's very simple. You need to look for an entry, a stop loss, and a take profit. But I mean, don't force it, right? Only do it if it's very obvious and all the signs are showing you that there is an entry, stop loss, and take profit. So right now, I kind of am like biased that price is going to go up. So if I'm biased that price is going to go up, I'm just going to like look for an entry now, right? For a buy. I feel like this could be it. Hold on. Okay, so this area could be it. I'm just going to highlight this area here. This is too big of a stop loss because I already moved the entry up. This can be your next stop loss, and this can be your take profit. Okay, I'm just doing a very, very rough analysis, and then we can break it down in a while, okay? So whenever you find your stop loss, take profit, and entry, you now need to back it up with like evidence, like of why you think that is the stop loss, entry, and take profit, right? Okay, so like I was saying in the beginning of the webinar, trading is not gambling. Trading is calculated risk. So usually for calculated risk, you need to do everything factually. You only do things if it makes sense factually. If it doesn't make sense, don't get in. So number one, downtrend has been broken, signaling a buy. So I need to first confirm why I think it's a buy, right? So the first thing first is the overall consensus on a big time frame that it is a buy. Okay, so we are a bit confident that it's a buy. Second thing is on the smaller time frame, which is the 4 hours, we can see that price was pulling back and then it has broken that downtrend trend line. So then now kind of like signaling or giving the trader like indicator that okay, the downtrend is over, the pullback is over, it's time to get back. It's time for me to start rallying again. Okay, because like there's this like very weak trend line here. Okay, so overall uptrend on bigger time frame. Sorry, just don't mind my. Okay, what are the other reasons we think is an uptrend? So I am my style of trading is using Elliott wave. However, because these webinars are so short, there is no way for me to show you Elliott wave analysis on gold at this current point of time because it will take too much time. So let's just use other ways of coming to our conclusion. Okay, so let's try with Ichimoku. This I'm sorry, I spelled it wrong. Ichimoku. I'm gonna pull out some indicators. Okay. And then if enough indicators are telling me that it's a buy, then I will be very confident that it's a buy, and then I would want to get in on a buy for this trade. Okay. So that's why I say don't force it. You need to like follow a set of rules that you want to follow on a daily basis on whenever you're trading. And if all your rules or all your requirements are met, then you get in a trade. If it's not met, you just don't get in. That's why you don't force a trade. Like it's not there every day. Okay. You cannot force a buy entry every time. So right now, Ichimoku is showing a sell. Okay, this is not a good sign. Okay, we're gonna get rid of Ichimoku. I'm just showing you guys how I usually chart my charts, okay? If there is no entry, I'm not gonna force it. Please draw Fibo in hourly chart on gold. Okay, just give me a sec. Let me do bigger time frames and then I'll go down to small time frames. But do you guys really want to chart the 4 hours? I mean the 1 hour. Okay, not a good sign to be honest. Let's see what RSI is showing. Oh, if you guys have been following me for a long time, right? I don't know if how many of you were like in one of my webinars where I said to get in on Ethereum at 1,200. If you guys got in, you should be like in a lot of profits right now. I myself am still holding all that Ethereum from 1,200 until now. It's not time to get out yet, by the way. Let me see. Let me see what RSI is showing. I mean, it's technically showing an uptrend. A very, very like give me a sec. RSI stochastic. So for stochastics, it's kind of showing that it's on an uptrend. You know what, guys? I actually think that gold is on an uptrend. I just don't see a very good entry right now. Let me see on the 1 hour. Yeah. So this area here, this blue highlighted area is the area that I think the buy entry is the best. It's just that price is here right now. If price comes back down, right? Like honestly, if I had charted this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for few hours ago and I saw this, I would have considered a buy. Why? Because this is a very, very strong key level. And the fact that price has broken this key level shows that the trend or the volume for the uptrend is very strong right now. And yeah, it might even push all the way up to our take profit, which I think is here. If not being very conservative, would have been here. Okay, so I think gold is an uptrend. I do not have a trade for you right now, but if gold pulls back, it loses strength, it pulls back to this area here, this blue area, I think I personally would consider an entry for a buy for the short term. Okay? I need to be very specific because I don't want you guys to think you get in on a buy and then you hold until next year. No. Okay, you get in for I see a possible entry here at 3, 2, 5, 7, 5, 3260 area. Okay, this area here, I cannot give an exact number because trading is never an exact number, it's always a zone. You get in on a zone and then you get out at the next zone and then your take profit is in the last zone. Okay, so it's a zone, right? So this blue zone here, I can foresee it being a very good entry only if price pulls back here. Okay, so let's say price does pull back there, right? And then you want to get in an entry. Again, this is educational. Don't get in an entry unless you have done your own research. A very, very conservative level. It's already overextended. Okay. If price does this, you're at a very good level to get in an entry. Where do you get out? We very conservatively, probably to the 127, 1.27. And where do you put your stop loss? You can put your stop loss here, right below this level. Okay. So the thing about trading is, for those who don't know me, by the way, I am a certified prop trader as well. I'm like 600,000 funded by multiple prop firms. Okay, so when I'm trading, it is very, very, very important to me that the risk to reward makes sense. Okay, so let's say if the risk to reward doesn't make sense, I won't get in on it. Okay, so let me give you guys an example. If you're risking $1 to make $5, that makes sense. If you're risking $1 to make $1, that does not make sense. Okay, so your risk to reward needs to make sense. Okay, let me see. If gold pulls back to this area, there is a chance of a one being very conservative, like just being very conservative. There is a chance of a 1 to 2 trade. How confident am I on this trade? I'm confident that price is bullish. I just don't know if it's bullish enough to push it to that area before coming back down. You know what I mean? I mean, on the smaller time frames, things are looking pretty good. Okay, I think I'm okay. I'm done with my analysis for gold. Okay, so it is if price pulls down to this area, I am considering a buy. Okay, if price pulls down to this area, this blue area here, I will consider a buy. Why am I considering a buy? This is on a very small time frame, okay? On a very small time frame, on a big time frame, the consensus is that gold is bullish. On a small time frame, Ichimoku is showing that's bullish. RSI is showing that's bullish. Stochastics is showing that's bullish. The trend line for the downtrend has been broken, indicating bullishness, indicating a change in trend, therefore giving me confidence that price will go up. Okay, so if price pulls down here, giving me a second chance at entry, I will take that second chance when it tests this area. I'll get in. I'll put my stop loss right below that area, and I will probably hold it back to this next level here, which is here. Okay, all good. Yeah, so we're looking at a 1 to 2 trade. It's not great because usually I take trades that are like at least 1 to 3 and above, but it's just an analysis, right? So it's just something that I might consider. Okay, so later on when like I set an alarm, I think yeah, TradingView has an alarm somewhere here. Yeah, notifications. When price comes nearer to this place, I will like think about it, right? So that's the thing about like if you're a trader or whatnot, you go through multiple charts and then you see like promising setups, and when the time comes, you decide whether you want to get in or not. Right now, I think I'm okay with gold. And do I love the trade? It's okay. It's not like wow, but it's okay. Okay, let's go to the next chart. Okay. Any Bitcoin traders here? Can you tell me what you think? Oh, where you think Bitcoin is going? What are you currently in a trade? Are you holding anything? Bitcoin was also on a downtrend. This is a very nice channel actually. And then it was broken. This part was broken. Okay, so this is something a trader told me once, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So he said that what he noticed is that every time price breaks this trend line, it usually likes to come back and test this trend line. And then if it successfully tests the trend line, when I say test the trend line, it means that price comes back and see that it can break lower. If it cannot break lower, it means that this area is solid, and then it will usually shoot up from there. Okay, so there's many ways to like analyze a chart. Okay, but this is just one of it. Okay, so that's one thing we will take note of. Okay, we have our trend line. Let's do our support and resistance. This one here. One very obvious one here. This is actually a very strong one as well. Okay. This is a very good support area actually. You might be able, sorry, I might be able, I would consider a trade here soon. Okay, but I need to look at the small time frames first, and I need to see what the indicators and all the other things are showing. Um, I am a Elliott wave trader, and I already did Elliott wave analysis on Bitcoin. My consensus is also bullish, but on the long term. But you guys here are day traders, right? So on the on for day trading, because you are coming in and out of the market on a daily basis, right? So then you need to reanalyze the market on a daily basis. But on my case, I am a swing trader because I am a swing trader. So I do one analysis, and my trade usually lasts me for a few months. Okay, so on my swing trading analysis with Elliott Wave, I do agree that Elliott Wave is showing that price is bullish for um Bitcoin. That being said, because my consensus that it is bullish, I now need to find an entry to buy, right? The thing about trading is that you always win when your entry is good. So as much as possible, do try to find a good entry. Okay, so I think the day chart is this 4 hours is agreeing with the day chart. Let me see. This is a strong area. I really don't see price breaking this area anytime soon. Anytime soon being not in the next few days. I mean, like it might break in the next few weeks, but not in the next few days. It's important for you guys because you guys are day traders, right? It basically tests this area a lot. Okay, so this is a very like important area. Okay, 93359 area, 93360 area is a very important area. Okay, so this is a very important area. Anytime price comes here, I want to take note. I want to like, okay, should I get in for a buy? Right? Okay, so anytime price comes to this area, I would wonder if this is a good opportunity to get in for a buy. Okay, so I think we are all in consensus that um what you might call it, Bitcoin is on an uptrend. Yikes. Maybe not. I don't know. Let me see. Let's see what the day chart is showing. I mean, okay. I don't like that this trend line has been broken. So price tested this one time, two time, three time, and then it breaks, right? Ideally, what we want to see is price coming here and then bouncing. Okay, but that's ideally. So the thing about trading is that it's never an ideal situation. You just need to gather as much information as you can when you are charting, and then you decide whether it's a buy or sell. I think overall on the long term, price is definitely up. I just need to look at it again to see what it is on the short term. Okay, this trend line break really is like, it doesn't give me comfort, to be honest. It just makes me feel like, okay, I don't want to continue this uptrend anymore. Or I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so the next level that you want to see price testing is this area. If price breaks this area, you know for sure on the short term, Bitcoin is doing a pullback, right? I wouldn't say it's bearish. I would say it's doing a pullback. Okay. So if it does break this area, means that this is not a good entry. That means the entry is way lower. Remember, whenever you're trading, your entry is the most important. You want to get in at the best price possible. Okay, so if it doesn't hold in this area, the closest next level that I see is here. Okay, so um First possible entry for Bitcoin is this area here. Second possible entry is here, which is quite far away. Okay, so I wouldn't say possible entry, but like these are the levels that you want to take note of. Anytime price comes to a level that is significant, it means that this is where price will most likely bounce. Anytime the price bounce means that that's where you have the opportunity to make some profits. Okay, so possible entry 1, possible entry 2, which is this area. We break this area, we will find out in a while. It looks like it was coming to test this area anyways. Okay, so if this is our possible entry, right? If this is our possible entry, price comes here and it just so happen or like nicely respects this zone, I would consider a buy in this area. Okay, but we need to see other indicators. We need more confirmation. So the thing about this is that I now have an idea of where my entry is. I have an idea of where my stop loss is going to be. My stop loss is going to be right below this area. Okay, so this is my entry. This is my stop loss right below this area. And my take profit will be somewhere here. Okay, this is just a general, this is how I always chart. So when I chart, I sit down, I first need to think, where's price going? Is it going up or down? Okay, it's going up. If it's going up, I now need to look for a buy. Look for a buy, I need an entry, stop loss, take profit. So I have entry, take stop loss, take profit. Now I need to validate my idea by going to the indicators, by seeing what the market consensus is and whatnot. So it's the same as like I've done this in so many of my other webinars where I tell you guys like, let's say you go to a shop and then you see assuming you're a girl, okay, you see a dress that you like, right? You're like, oh my god, that pink dress is so nice. I want that pink dress. So now you're not sure if you should get the pink dress. What do? You go ask for opinions from your father, your mother, your friend, whoever. You take a picture, you're like, does this pink dress look nice on me? If everyone says yes, that means everyone is in agreement and you should buy the pink dress. Okay, it's the same. Let's apply that metaphor to trading. It's the same thing. Right now, I have an idea of buying at this area, which is 93028 area. Okay, that's just an idea that I have. Okay, my stop loss is at 91359 and my take profit is at 97,000 area. Okay, so this is just an idea that I have. I now need confirmation or like validation on whether I should proceed with my idea. Okay, so to do that, I need to pull out indicators. I need to pull out Fibonacci. I need to pull out like other things to help me confirm my decision. Okay, so I'm gonna put this as blue is take profit, green is the entry. You know, sometimes, right, you can have everyone telling you the same consensus, like all the indicators telling you it's a buy, everything telling you that it's good, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, you still end up wrong, right? And that's okay because that's the thing about trading. The thing about trading is that you collect as much information as you possibly can from, yeah, you just collect as much information as you possibly can from the markets, and then you make your decision based on the information that you've collected. If you are wrong, there is nothing to sulk about or nothing to be sad about because you did it based on factual, like facts. Your decision was made on facts. So there's no need to like, oh no, I shouldn't have got into that buy. I shouldn't have blah, blah, blah. Oh no, I should have taken profit, blah, blah, blah. Everything you do with trading is factual and logical. So there's no need to be like, I should have got into a trade, because if your analysis is telling you to get into a trade, you are just merely following facts. And if facts is wrong, then that's okay. Okay, so this is entry, stop loss, take profit. Let me see the risk to reward. 1 to 3. I think it's a really good risk to reward, to be honest. Right? Let's say you're getting in on the higher end of that zone. It's still about 1 to 2, which is still not amazing but it's still not bad. Not amazing, but still not bad. Okay, so yeah, you're looking about 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 kind of trade if you get in on this. Sorry, we should be looking at yeah, it's way clearer on the 1 hour time frame. If you want to be, the reason I put the stop loss here is because I see this zone here, right? I see this zone here. So ultimately, I want to like avoid zones because price is attracted to zones. The zones are like magnets, right? So price keeps wanting to like go back to those zones. So you want to put your stop loss slightly below those zones, like so that even if price, like let's say price does this, right? Even if price comes back to this area, it misses your stop loss and then it makes a U-turn, right? Ideally, that's what you want happen. So even if you are wrong here, like let's say even if I'm wrong here and price wants to go down just that little bit more to test this area instead, at least my stop loss is below it and I might miss it. But if my stop loss is still hit regardless, then that's okay. That means my idea was just wrong, entirely wrong, and that's okay, right? You don't need to be correct all the time. You just need to be correct enough times to be profitable, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's say I move my stop loss to a bit tighter, like a bit tighter stop loss. We're still looking at about 1 to 3, a 1 to 3 trade. On the better end, it's a 1 to 4. On the higher end of the zone is 1 to 2.3, which is still a not bad trade, to be honest. Okay, now that we have found our trade, now that I've come down to the small time frame, I actually see a closer take profit, which is here. Okay, so this take profit will be if price comes here, ideally I want it to bounce. Ideally, okay? We want price to bounce. Obviously, price doesn't always do what we want it to do. We wanted it to bounce because previously we have seen 2 bounces here, actually 3 bounces, 4 bounces, 5 bounces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in the past, price came to this area and it couldn't break this area. Okay, so that gives me confidence that price will not break this area again this time. Okay, I'm just refining my trade as we go. Okay, so ideally when price gets here, I want to get ready for a buy. And I want to buy it all the way to this area. If I'm being very conservative, this area, if I want to play, like, I want to hold even longer, possibly this area. Okay, my stop loss will be right below. You can have, it depends on how tight you want to play this game, right? Because you also need to consider that, like, there's spread for like the brokers. So let's say you put your stop loss here, right? But on your trade, it might get triggered because of the spread. So I'm just giving you guys a little bit more space with the stop loss. This will be, let me see what kind of trade we're looking at. 2 if you're doing this trade, and 4. Oops, sorry. No, I do not want to leave. 4. if you're doing this trade, which I think both are not bad. It's not amazing, but it's not bad, right? The risk to reward needs to make sense. You are risking $1 to make $4. You're risking $1 to make $2. Anytime a trade is not at least two, do not take it. Do not take the trade if it's 1-to-1, because then you will need to win more trades. Like if you do 1-to-1, right? That means out of 10 trades, you need to win 6 to be profitable. You know what I mean? But if you do 1-to-2, for every 3 trades that you are correct, you can have, is that the correct number? Yes, for every 3 that you get correct, you can have 7. No, sorry, for every 4 that you get correct, you can have 6 wrong and you are still profitable, right? But if you do 1-to-1, you need to get 6 correct and only have 4 chances of being wrong to be profitable at the end of the day. That's why risk to reward is so important. If you don't master risk to reward, you will not be profitable in trading. Okay, so I have a rough idea of what I want to do with this trade. Let me go and get the consensus of all the other indicators. Okay, Ichimoku saying no. But then again, it could just be because price is currently going down now, right? So it could be when price reaches this area, uh, things might be different. So when price reaches this area, you need to reanalyze again with the indicators. But do take note that a lot of indicators are delayed. Like Ichimoku is delayed, right? For example, let me show you guys an example. How do you use Ichimoku? Every time price crosses the cloud, it means that it is bearish. Every time it crosses the cloud to the upside means that it is bullish. But there are times where it doesn't work for sideways market, as you can see here, because it keeps passing the cloud and like the indicator is not working very well. So Ichimoku works very, very well for markets that are trending. This is an indicator I use all the time, but I only use it for trending markets. You cannot use it for sideway market. You cannot use it when you are trying to like buy within like support and resistance where it's just going sideways. Okay, so but the problem with Ichimoku is it's delayed. So this wouldn't be very accurate anyways. Okay, so we need to wait until price gets here and then you can pull up some indicators. Usually some indicators will show you like, it will show you some indication of like bullishness if it's really bullish. Oh, thank you so much. No, no, I'm not a singer. I sing karaoke. Oh, time is up. It's okay. I started the webinar late, so because of the of all the like technical problems, we can end late if you guys are willing to stay. Can I go 15 minutes? Sure. Hold on, give me a sec. Yeah. These indicators really won't show anything at this current point in time because price is too far away from our entry. But anyway, this is just a consensus. So whenever I do a analysis, it's very rare that I open a chart and I immediately see a setup that I can get in right now, right? So I usually come in, I look at a few charts, maybe like 3. There are 3 that I always look at. So it's XAUUSD, Ethereum, and BTC. These are the 3 charts that I have Elliott wave charted on. So I use Elliott wave to chart. I live on Elliott wave. Elliott wave have helped me pass so many tests. I have made so much profit from Elliott wave. It's just that I cannot show you guys Elliott wave from scratch on these webinars because Elliott wave takes too long to chart. It takes too long, and you need to go to multiple time frames. Okay, but yes, for BTC and gold, Elliott wave is definitely showing bullish. I mean, Elliott wave don't have to show you that it's bullish to know that it's bullish, but Elliott wave can narrow down where exactly it's going to pull back. Okay, 15 minutes time frame. I only see this one key level, like the very obvious ones here. Why, when I'm trading, I don't like to go too low of a time frame? It's because too low of the time frame, structurally, things are not very solid. Okay, versus if you are on a bigger time frame. That's why minimally for me, when I was day trading, I always look at the 4 hours, the daily chart, the 4 hours, and sometimes, very rarely, the 1 hour chart. But my trades can hold up to at least 24 hours to 48 hours. If you are someone who wants to like get in and out of the market a lot of times within one day, then yeah, you can look at the 15 minutes and the 1 hour charts. It's just that just be cautious because 15 minutes, the smaller the time frame, the weaker the structure of the charts, because the charts is usually following the structure of the bigger time frames. You know what I mean? Like the bigger time frames are more solid. The support and resistance on a bigger time frame are more solid versus the smaller time frames. That's why I try not to go too small of a time frame. But yes, thank you, Horst, for highlighting the 15 minutes. There will be one support here that you can get in on. If you do plan to use this support as an entry, just know that there is a chance that it might break, right? It like price is going to come here, it's not strong enough, and then it's just going to continue to break. There is a chance. Okay, and in fact, there is a high chance. Okay, so let me go back to the 1 hour. Yeah, I'm okay with this analysis for now. It's just that when price comes closer to the entry, which is here, this area, I would need to reanalyze again by pulling on like stochastics, RSI, some indicators, trend line, and whatnot. I just need someone somewhere to tell me, like to confirm that price is not going to break this area. Usually, when you use indicators that shows volume, you will see that volume decreases, right? Okay, for example, like if it's very bullish, you will see a lot of the volume indicators, like the indicators that shows like volume, basically, will show that there's a very strong trend in bullishness. Anytime it comes to a key level, like this key level here, and then it's the market is not sure, right, whether if it's gonna break or going to make a U-turn, that's when you can see the volume indicators start to like show some signs of weakness in bearishness. Okay, so when price gets here, you need to reanalyze again to confirm that you are good for the entry. But otherwise, I am very like okay with this setup in terms of support and resistance and overall market trend, which I think is bullish. So overall market trend, I think is bullish. There is a very, 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 very strong support here. Okay, super, super strong support here where price tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in the past since the 23rd of April. 23rd of April. It's been 2 weeks. So for the last 2 weeks, price has have have had a hard time breaking this area. And if it doesn't break again this time, it is a good entry to get in for a buy. Okay. Hi, Kelvin. Oh, hi. Oh, yes. There are webinars where I explain my methodology. It's just that I didn't. I mean, I could have explained my methodology on today's live as well. I just thought that you guys would want to look at more charts instead. If you guys want to look at the methodology, I'll let you know on my next webinar, which is Monday, where we can just focus on like charting instead, like why I do certain things. Okay, so yes, we're good with BTC. Let's quickly look at one more charts and then let's call it a day. Okay, US 100. Oh, I do not like US 100. Okay, US 100, which is the top 100 companies in the US. Well, not the top 100 tech companies in the US actually. That's US 500. The problem with index, right, is that it is also affected by news, right? I mean, all charts are affected by news, but there are some charts specifically that are very affected by news. And I would say index is one of them. Okay, so index is like one where you also want to do fundamental analysis rather than just doing technical analysis. But let's just look at it from a technical point of view, and then you guys can go look at it on a fundamental point of view on your own. Okay, so it's so obvious it's on an uptrend. Oh, sorry, we're on the 1 hour. Let's look at the thing. Pull back because of trade war. Pull back because of trade war. Is it going to continue pulling back? Let me see. I dare not say because the US president is so erratic. Like tomorrow he can come up with something and then the market's gonna crash again. So I can only do my best to show you on a technical analysis point of view. But ultimately just know that this chart is very, very affected by news as well. I mean, obviously it's on an uptrend. It's on an uptrend. This is just a pullback. Overall, it's moving up. This is usually just a pullback, and then once the pullback is over, it's going to continue on uptrend. I just don't know whether the pullback is over or not because we don't know if news is coming out tomorrow. Like we don't know when news is coming out. But anyways, let's see what technical analysis has to say. The downtrend, price was moving on a downtrend, and then it has broken. So I'm in this like group chat, right, with like a lot of people, and there was like we've all like they're all traders, by the way. They're all like certified traders. Um, we've all came to the consensus when it comes to like US index, right, to take it one day at a time. Because you really don't know what news is gonna come out tomorrow that will make the market vomit. So on a technical point of view, it kind of looks like it's recovering. Technical point of view, just technical point of view, it looks like it's recovering. Okay, if I really had to come up with an analysis, we are totally ignoring fundamental analysis, okay? Just purely technical analysis. If I really have to come up with something for US 100, I personally, it looks like it's a buy. This is purely based on technical analysis, okay? Personally, it looks like a buy. This looks like a very good level, to be honest, because yeah, it looks like a very good level because let's say it wants to respect this trend line, right? This looks like a very nice level. It will want to come back and test and then maybe go back up again. It's just like based on scenarios. Okay, this is not what is actually going to happen. We don't know what's actually going to happen. I don't have a crystal ball, but based on technical analysis, I mean, it really looks like a healthy buy, to be honest. If I must come up with something, I will say this is a buy. Here, this blue area is a buy. To be very conservative, I'm going to put my stop loss here right below. You want to put your stop loss in a tight level, but not too tight to give you some space, but not too far away. Why? Because if you are wrong, you want to be wrong fast. Okay? If you are wrong, you want to be wrong fast. Look, there's no trader in the world that is correct 100% of the time. So what you can do is if I am correct, I want to be correct. It doesn't matter how long it takes for me to be correct. It doesn't matter. But if I'm wrong, I want to be wrong fast because I want you to quickly hit my stop loss so that I can plan for my next trade. I can plan, I can review where did I go wrong, what happened, was it something that came out in the news, why was I wrong? And then I want to quickly come up with my next analysis, right? You do not want to ponder. Everything that is trading is factual and logical. There is zero emotions on trading. I actually sometimes I sit by myself and I think like, wouldn't AI be able to trade better than us because they don't have emotions, right? They probably can. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I even saw news somewhere saying that they can trade better than us. But anyways, it's because trading is so logical. There's nothing to do with emotions. So logically, if I'm going to be wrong, I want to be wrong fast. I want to have this trade on the back of my mind. I want it to be over, and then yeah, I can move on and find my next profit. Okay, so looks like a buy. Being very, very conservative. I only want to get in here and then try to write it up again. Okay, otherwise there's actually another entry here. I'm being conservative with US 100 because it is very news driven, right? It is very, very news driven. It's not that the others are not news driven. Other pairs are also news driven. It's just that the US 100 especially is very US news driven. Okay, so there is one here where you can wait for price to pull back and then maybe get in on a very short trade to here. Stop loss being somewhere here. Okay, otherwise, because I'm being very conservative, I would not get in on US anything unless price is at a very, 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 very good price. Okay, so this is one possible setup. Another possible setup is it pulls back to here and then it continues here. And then my stop loss is here. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys for today. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. I will see you guys. I will see you guys next Monday. We can go through some more setups. I'll be more prepared next Monday. I'm so sorry. This is my first time back. My first webinar in a long time. So I did not expect to have so many technical errors. But yeah, I will be very prepared the next time. At least I know now what to expect with the setup and whatnot. Okay. So next week I will have my camera set up, the page will be set up and whatnot. So we won't really have a lot of problems next week. And then we can have more time looking at the charts. Okay, so I hope you guys good. I hope you guys learned something today. Let's go through what I think is going like what we went through. So gold consensus is a buy. I don't love that the indicators are showing otherwise. Bitcoin, I'm very confident that it's a buy. It's just that when price comes back to that price, you need to reanalyze with the indicators again. You need to like confirm with the indicators. US 100 looks like it's a buy. I dare not say because it's so erratic. Like tomorrow, US president will come up with some news and then everything's gonna vomit. Right, might come up. Okay, so the three charts that we analyze, all three are bullish. We know it's a buy. We just need to make sure the entry is good. Stop loss is good. Take profit is good. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. Yeah, I'm only doing this every Monday though, so I'll see you guys every Monday. Yeah, take care, guys. Take care. I hope you learned something. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream now. Take care, everyone. Happy trading. No worries. Thanks, Party Grandpa. Nice name. Thanks, Karim. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Ahmed. Thanks, Henry. I will see you guys in a week.